It's Kobra here at MaddenGuides.com, and for this video breakdown, I want to take a look at another play that you can run in Madden 26 that's going to allow you to loop the strong side defensive tackle around the left side of the offensive line and apply pressure on the quarterback. The cool thing about this play is you'll find an entirely different formation, plus we're going to add a twist that our opponent won't expect. The name of the play that we use for this video breakdown is the nickel 2-4 cover 6. Here's a look at the playbooks you can find this play out of. We'll be using the Rams as the featured playbook for the breakdown. Before I show how to set up this loop pass rush with the strong side defense tackle is going to loop around the left side of the offensive line, let's take a look at the default pass coverages and pass rush assignments for the nickel 2-4 cover 6. Now this defense features a cover 4 look on the left side of the screen, and then on the other side it's going to have a cover 2 look. So let's go and take a look at this. So on the left right here, you've got this corner right here, and you also got the free safety. They're going to be playing the deep 1/4 here as you look at your screen. Here's this left corner playing this deep left corner, the quarter coverage right there, and then you also got this guy playing the deep, we'll call it the deep left mid-quarter right there as you look at it. So you got those two guys right there playing quarters to the left side of the screen. And if you work your way over to the right, you've got this defender right here, which is this strong safety, and what he's going to do is be playing a deep half. So that's where you get this cover 6. You got, again, you got a quarter look on the left-hand side. You've got a cover 2 look on the right-hand side. Let's work our way to the coverages underneath. You've got 4 defenders that are going to be playing some type of zone coverage. You've got this defender right here as you look at playing the quarter flat. You got this linebacker right here playing the 3-receiver hook. You also got this defender playing a vertical hook, and to the outside, you got the corner right here playing a soft squat. So you got 4 defenders playing coverage underneath with this particular defense. Now what I want to do is show you how to set this one up where we can get that looper coming around with that strong side defensive tackle. All right, now what I want to do is go ahead and show you how to set this one up as far as getting pressure coming from the strong side defensive tackle right here. Now, I've already shown it set up already from the dime normal out of the cover 2 man, where we get this same type of pass rush as far as coming from this left end who's going to loop around here as you look at it and go after the quarterback. Now, I've already shown that. If you guys haven't watched that video, I suggest you do. It's pretty in-depth as far as getting that pressure on the quarterback. It shows exactly how to do that. Now, what I want to do here is I want to add a different twist to it. If you guys remember right, in that video breakdown, I actually had this guy where I took control of him on the outside right there, this edge rusher, and then I had him in QB contained to prevent the quarterback from rolling out over here towards the right. This is going to be very similar, but it's not going to be that guy who's in QB contained. So, and the other thing that's important to remember, that was from the dime normal. This is from the nickel 2-4, and obviously we're running the cover 6 defense. All right, let's go through the setup here and take a look at it. The first thing you want to do for the setup is to make sure you select the left pirate 3-man either at the play call screen or once you get on the field. Next, I'm going to take control of this strong side defensive tackle as you look at it. And you'll notice I'm going to put him into a hook curl. Now you can put him into a vertical hook towards the left or a hook curl towards the left. Just make sure he's going towards the left when you go ahead and hot route him. Don't have him going to the right. Make sure he's going to the left. Next, what we want to do is we want to switch off to this edge rusher off to the right side as you look at your screen. Now what I'm going to do here with him, and this is what you're going to notice, I'm actually going to hot route him into a hard flat. So let's go ahead and do that. You can see right there, he's in a hard flat. Now, the problem with that is I have 2 defenders that are basically playing the flats. I've got this guy right here, the one we just hot routed into a hard flat. And then I also have this defender right here who's playing that soft squat, that corner. We're not going to have that corner do that. What we're going to do is we're going to hot route him to blitz as you look at your screen right there. So there's the setup so far. And the idea of this, and this would be the added twist that I was talking about, he's actually going to come off the edge right here. If our opponent were to try to roll the quarterback out, he's going to roll right into him, especially when he sees this guy right here, this strong side defensive tackle looping around. He's going to probably try to roll away from it, and he's not going to be expecting this guy coming off the edge right here. Now, you don't have to do that. If you want to just go with the normal setup that I showed out of the dime normal and not hot route this guy to, to drop out into the hard flat, and you rather take control of him and just kind of go to the outside with the pass rush, you can do that as well. I just want to point that out to you. Now, the next thing I want to show you here is, for the purpose of this video breakdown, I'm going to take control of this guy right here, at least initially. I just want to show something here. Because I am going to take control of the quarterback, what will happen is if I just stay in control of this guy right here, he'll stay right in this area here. He won't even move. He'll stay right in here. But what you really want to do is take control of him and then user him and try to take away anything coming over the short middle of the field. But for right now, I'm going to switch off of him. I just want to explain that to you. So I'm going to switch off to this weak side defense tackle just for the purpose of the video breakdown, because he'll actually drop back and you can see him dropping back while I'm in control of the quarterback. I can't control the offense and the defense at the same time. So I just want to point that out to you. So that's the reason I'm doing that. All right, what I want to do now is I want to run this play, and you guys can see what's going to happen here once the ball is snapped. And as you look at the other thing, before we get too much further in here, I did want to point this other thing out here. Notice I am coming out on the offensive side of things, the gun empty base flex verticals. That's the name of the play that we're running. I realize this is an empty set. I just want to do it from an empty formation for this particular video breakdown, but you can run it from any type of gun formation. You should still end up getting that same type of pressure. All right, let's continue on with it. And you can watch as you go. Watch how that strong side defensive tackle comes around, loops around. And at this point, as he's looping around, you've also got this guy coming over this direction here. So what's going to end up happening is our opponent's going to try to roll out. And unfortunately for him, he's going to have two guys chasing them down. He's going to have this, that defensive tackle right there. And then he's also going to have this guy right here coming off the edge to apply that pressure. Now, the other thing I did want to point out here is, and you're going to see it when I get in the X and O's of the play, you're going to want to have a faster defender lined up at that strong side defensive tackle position. We'll talk about that here later in the video breakdown. But there we go. You can see right there, we get the pressure and we end up sacking the quarterback, and we end up getting in there pretty quick. All right, what I want to do now is I want to go into the X and O's of the play and take a look at this one a little bit more in detail. From the all 22 and instant replay, we can get a better idea exactly how the X and O's of this particular works as far as getting pressure on the quarterback out of the nickel 2-4 cover 6 from the strong side defensive tackle. So let's go ahead and take a look at it as far as the setup here in just a second. I just want to go back over it. Now, what we're looking to do here is we're looking to get pressure, as I mentioned, coming from this strong side defensive tackle right here. Now, the defender that I chose, which is going to be Young right here, Byron Young of the Rams, he is a 93 speed. So with his speed, he's going to get around here pretty darn quick. The faster you got lined up here, the better chance you're going to get around here, such as what I'm about to show here. He's a 93 speed, as I pointed out, but you could do like an 87 speed. That would be fine as well. And then out here to the right-hand side, as you look at your screen, you've got this corner right here. Now, in this case, it's going to be Durant here as you look at it. And what he's going to do is we hot routed him to blitz off the edge. The idea of this is to try to prevent the quarterback from rolling out. In this case, it's going to be Darnold right here as you look at it. Now, I realize he's not the fastest quarterback in the world, but, he could try to scramble out, but that would prevent him from scrambling out. Rather be him or somebody else that's even faster. So that's the idea of this, is to try to kind of throw a different wrinkle into him. If you remember in the dime normal defense that I showed out at 2-man under, I actually had this guy here, the one I was in control of right here, and I had him in QB contain. I manually rushed him to the outside. This basically just replaces him with that corner coming off the edge instead. Now, let's go through the setup here. We'll talk about a little bit more in detail as we go through this. So this guy right here, this weak side defense tackle, now this is the one that I'm actually in control of in this breakdown as far as the video, but just remember, you're not going to control him. You're going to control a totally different defender. So anyways, he's supposed to be dropping back into here. Later in the video, you're going to see that he really doesn't drop exactly how I want him to, but we'll talk about that here in just a minute. But notice right there, he's dropping back into that curl play right there as far as the curl towards the left. Next, you want to switch off to this defender right here. Now, you can also do these through the quick adjustments if you want and make these hot route adjustments, but I'm going to go ahead and put him into a hard flat out here towards the right. And then what's going to happen is he's going to replace this defender here, which again, that's going to be Durant. Remember, we hot routed him to blitz off the edge. So there's the setup right there as you look at it. Now, the next thing you need to do is take control of this defender right here. I like to, at least anyways, and take control of him and bring him towards the middle. And then I would user him where we could try to take away any kind of pass route that might come over the short middle of the field. That would be the idea of that. As I said earlier, I went ahead and switched off to this guy right here just for the purpose of the video. Continue on. I want to go ahead and zoom in here so you guys can see some stuff that's going on here in the trenches between the offensive lineman and the defensive lineman. In this case, I want to point out something right off the bat here. This guy right here, if you remember in the setup that I did out of the dime normal cover 2-man, this guy was actually dropping back, I believe, into the hard flat. He was going out here towards the hard flat. In this case, we've got him rushing into this area here, and he's going to go ahead and occupy this left tackle. Now, on occasion, he may also occupy the left guard as well, but definitely he's going to occupy the left tackle, which is nice because what this is going to do, it's going to allow, in this case, it's going to allow Young here, as you look at your screen, to go ahead and come around the edge right here as he goes towards the left, and then he's going to come after the quarterback right here into that area there. Now, keep in mind, we're using this pirate stunt that we're using, the pirate three-man stunt, and that's the key to this because he's looping around towards the left, and then he's going to come around that left side of the offensive line and apply that pressure to the quarterback. So that's the nice thing about that. So let's go ahead and kind of go through it right here as you look at it. And right there, you can see that the left tackle's indeed looking to block him at this point. So he's getting ready to block him as you look at it. And then here comes Young coming around that edge, as I talked about earlier. And he's going to loop around right here. And then he's going to go after the quarterback. All right. And he's not going to be blocked by anybody else. Now, on occasion, the one thing I will say is that the left tackle may end up, dropping back here and try to block him right at the last second. He may release the that edge rusher and then try to block him. So that may happen. All right, let's zoom back out here. And then when our opponent ends up seeing this guy, so say he sees this guy coming off that edge, what he may decide to do is to try to roll out. And if he rolls out, then what's going to end up happening is he's going to end up rolling out into this blitz that's coming off the edge from this corner right here, which is from Durant coming off the edge, such as you see. So let's continue on with this as go through the setup here. And right there, you see how he gets over there. He starts rolling out. Now we got two guys that are chasing him down. And as you look at the pass coverages deep down the field, pretty good for the most part. The one person right now that our opponent might be able to throw to, and you can kind of see him way down the field right here, you have to do it on the run, would be this guy deep down the field. But keep in mind, we still have this guy here playing the deep half right here. So he might really break off and come back and try to defend that. So I just want to point that out to you. Of course, this is against, verticals, all verticals, so that could be a little bit of an issue. But you can see right there, as you look at the rest of the coverages, everything else is pretty locked out. There's not a whole lot for our opponent to throw to as far as, having somebody open as you look at your screen right there. So I just want to point that out to you. But at any rate, you can see right there, the quarterback rolls out. He's trying to look for somebody. And right there, he gets sacked. So that's what I wanted to show you with this setup. It's definitely a defense that's worth taking a look at because, again, you get a three-man pass rush. You get some nice coverages that's going to take away a lot. That's going to allow you to get to the quarterback. The only other thing I did want to show here is I talked about a little bit earlier because I was in control of this guy right here. I did want to point this out to you. It's not a big deal because remember, you're not going to be in control of him. You would be in control of this guy right here. But because I'm in control of him, for some reason, I think he just glitches out. He ends up going into that three stance look right there, which isn't good. But normally he would drop back into that hook curl like he's supposed to. So I just want to point that out to you. This is just a minor little thing that I wanted to show right there. All right, guys, that's it for this video breakdown. Nice defense to bring some pressure on the quarterback again with just a three-man pass rush, looking to loop the strong side defensive tackle around the left side of the offensive line, but bring an added twist by having a corner from the outside coming after the quarterback from the right side of the offensive line and getting to the quarterback for a sack. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment for more Madden guides, strategy, and tips content. See you in the next video.